Emotional.
You did.
I'm so sorry. 3-time Olympian. What is going through your mind right now?
Gosh, I have almost quit this sport so many times. I have almost quit, and if you had asked me 2 years ago, or even at the end of last season, I was gonna quit this sport because it's so hard. This is the hardest team to make, and I just feel so thankful that I get to do this, and so blessed that God has totally made this my path. I never would have guessed this. Like, I'm a kid from a small town. Both my parents were coaches and teachers, and like, I can't believe that I get to be here. This is never anything that was on my radar, and I just feel like this is the best team that I've gotten to make because my husband coaches me. I got to see my husband with my college coach sit in the stands next to each other in qualifications. Like, this has been the sweetest season, and not because of the results, but because I finally feel like I get to enjoy what I'm doing. And that has been the hardest journey to get to. And you know, like, there's injury in this. This is so hard. Like, when you just get beat up over and over and over in this sport, like, you don't want to keep going. You want to stop. You want to stop financially. It's like, how am I even going to afford this anymore? And I just feel so thankful that I have strength coaches and a team around me that prays for me and allows me to get to do what I get to do. And I think it hit me because I feel like I can't believe it. I can't believe that that this is happening again. After a lot of upset, a lot of pain. So, but behind and over the pain, there is healing, and there is a love and a endurance that just keeps us going, and keeps us trusting.
What made you decide to come back? Because you almost quit.
Yeah. My husband, he sat me aside and he said, "Hey, you don't have to do this. Nobody is forcing you to do this anymore." And I was like, "You're right." And he said, "But I do think that you were given a gift, and I do think that you were supposed to steward this gift. And so if you are meant to walk in your purpose, like, this is your purpose. And if the purpose is to throw the javelin so that you get to tell people about Jesus Christ, then that is what you are here to do." And so putting that aside, putting around, I fouled out 2 years ago at Team US, or the World Championship, whatever, USA's. And so to be able to come back and say, all right, like, that was painful. How do I trust this again? Like, you have to have people in your corner who are going to continue to push you forward and say, you can do this and you should do this, but you have to believe it. And so I just feel like he's the reason why I'm doing this. He's the reason why I've continued to do this and I haven't quit. It goes all the way back even to at Texas A&M. Like, he came into a locker room one time where I was like, I never want to do this again. This sport sucks. And he came in and he was like, keep going, like, keep going. So he's the propeller behind all of this.
So shout out to Sam.
Shout out to Sam Harden, my man. Yeah.
Can you talk to us about the series of throws today and just how you felt?
Yeah. First throw was like, if you've ever heard the term, you blew your wad. That's kind of what it felt like. It felt like I could not believe I threw over 64. And also, I told Kara this, I don't throw 64 if she's not here. Like, she elevates the field. Every time she comes in somewhere, she elevates this field. And so I thought it would take 65 meters to win because I was like, she's throwing 64 meters. And so I just feel really grateful that I was able to do that. But that is not me. Like, all glory to God in that, because I thought, maybe if I throw over 62, like, that'd be great again. But really, really grateful for that. Meet record, was not expecting that. And then the throws after that were terrible because I was like, I don't have any words or energy anymore, so I felt like I was running with sand, and like, it was so bad. And then the last one, I got the crowd. I've never thrown well with the crowd before, and I got the clap going, and it took me to 63.70 or whatever, so really happy with that. But I know we have work to do. I want to go back home. I want to get a medal. Like, this is the first time I feel like I'm really in medal contention, but it's a mind game, and everybody here knows that. Everybody knows that to win a medal, it's not the physicality, it's the mental piece. That's the main part of this.
Mm-hmm. So is that what you're going to be focusing on?
100%.
Okay. I was about to say, is there anything physically you need to work on? It's just mental for you.
I'm ready physically, and that's what Sam tells me all the time. He's like, you know what you're doing physically. All you have to do is work on the mental game and believe it, and believe that what you're doing is walking in that purpose. You're meant to do this. I read Sydney McLaughlin's book, and she kept saying that. She was like, I'm made to do this. And one of the lines she said was like, when you value the wrong things, fear come in. And I feel like today specifically, and on the qualifications, like, man, fear was not present, because I finally was like, all right, I'm not doing this to make this team. Like, yeah, it's cool to make this team, but that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for a greater purpose. And that is the most freeing thing I've ever felt in my life. So grateful for that.
Since the
Yeah.
last trials at Hayward, they've
Yep.
added a big screen.
Yeah.
Has that changed your visuals at all? 'Cause I know a
Sometimes
lot
when you
of
see
Javelin,
yourself,
you gotta see it.
yeah, sometimes when you see yourself throwing, you're like, what in the heck? Like, I did not like it. But you know, it's fine. You just got to roll with it sometimes. But this is a high energy place. Like you are definitely stepping into the lion's den when you come in here.
And I know Javelin is so tough on the body. I think it's one of
Yes.
the most underrated events
Yeah.
in track and field. What do you do to keep yourself afloat and, you know, make
Yeah,
sure
I
you
have a
don't
great
any injuries?
Sam, my husband, not only is he my coach, but he is also like my physio. So we had cups here, scraper here. I had my red light therapy here, and so he was doing all of that. I got a nerve issue in my foot right now that I'm like is rocking. So he's been really instrumental in making sure I'm healthy.
Sam is wearing a lot of hats.
He's wearing a lot of hats. He is amazing, and talk about walking in something you were meant to do. He said, you know, it's funny because he was a javelin thrower, and he was like, this is my dream to make the Olympic team. But he said, when I look back, I was doing programming for myself when I was like 14 years old, and to see that kind of come to fruition with coaching me, like he is walking in his purpose too, which is really, really powerful. Yeah.
Maggie, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I love you.